Look, that's why American relationships are failures. That's why American women on a global context are the worst for relationships, long-term period. That's why the divorce rate is the highest in the world here. And that's why on the desirability level, American women are at the bottom of the global barrel. This is all statistically documented from men, because at the end of the day, the ones who decide if a woman is valuable for a relationship is men.
Well, the man is the person that's going to have to, obviously, propose and buy the ring and all that stuff.
Give them the ring.
Real quick, I just want to have everybody answer this.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ron, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. And I couldn't help but lead off with this because both women that they show in this clip, they both just kind of had that look on their face like, damn, I do not like what he's saying, but he is 100% correct. Because fellas, this is the power that you hold when it comes to the dating market. You control access to relationships and marriage. Don't ever forget that, and don't ever let women shame you out of that power, because we all know that nowadays women are using their sexuality more than ever, and they know that's their power, even though they don't really treat it well. Needless to say, they pretty much abuse that power nowadays. But I digress, man. Today we are going to be discussing why 80% of divorces are initiated by women, and a woman here spoke nothing but facts in this next clip. Check it out.
Is because we have no concept when we get married that we are actually making a commitment to another person. We're making a commitment to ourselves, that our vows actually mean something, and that when we get married, we have responsibilities and roles to make it work. As women, we are incredibly short-sighted, and all we think about in getting married is the wedding, the dress, and the party. Have no concept that we are actually stepping into a huge responsibility and a huge commitment that we are making to keep our word and follow through. And women will be the first to argue, my husband broke his vows. My husband does not follow his vows. He's the one that's not committed. Again, that is a projection of ourselves and our own lack of commitment in our marriage.
Oh, wow.
That we have no concept that our vows even mean something. We want to look good, sound good at the wedding, and that's it. For us as women, marriage is the next thing that we are checking off our list of what we think will make us happy in life.
And I'm glad she mentioned the term lack of commitment, because the number one reason for divorces is reconcilable differences, which in turn basically just means lack of commitment to the relationship. And if 80% are filing, and majority of the time that's the reason why, then what it's saying is that women have far less commitment to these marriages than the men do. So with that being said, and after what she just said, I think that pretty much confirms who value marriage more between the genders. And you also got to consider the fact that with the system being set up the way it is, women are incentivized to break up these marriages on top of that. All right, let's keep it moving.
I have never met a woman that confesses that she cheated on her ex. I've met plenty of men that have owned up to it and they've confessed that they have cheated in the past, but never have I ever met a woman that has taken accountability or has taken the blame for the relationship ending, let alone cheating in her past relationship.
Yeah, kind of like how the video of the woman that I did the other day, who said she had the perfect husband and he was a good guy, but she broke up with him and divorced him because, well, she basically contradicted herself, and she didn't even want to take Matter of fact, she specifically said, I'll take 50% accountability on why we broke up. Even though she admitted that she knew the marriage was going to fail before she married him, but she stayed with him for 10 years, had a kid before they got married, and then had more, I don't know how many, but had at least one more kid after they got married. So even though she knew all this was going to end before it got to where it got to, she still doesn't want to take any accountability on her part. Well, she does, but she doesn't want to take sole 100% accountability. But y'all could have saved each other's time and not wasted any time if you would have just been real upfront. But I digress. Let's keep it moving.
If you feel like you don't want to give it to him, guess what? Don't ask him where he's going. Don't ask him where you been. If you're not interested, cool. Let him go do his thing then. How dare you think that you just all that where, oh, I could just not give him some. Play them games with the right man. He got 5 other chicks in his phone book right now that's swinging from a shower curtain. Trust me. The most abusive thing a woman can do, in my opinion, is to sit, make that man either be in a relationship with you, marry you, and then turn around and stop giving him what you promised. And there's no excuse. So if you're with somebody and they not giving it up, it's not cheating if you go get it from somewhere else, period. Because you went against the agreement first. That was you. I ain't signed up for this to be told no. He is then within his right to have another woman perform that duty that you didn't perform, especially if you're married.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Most men that have confessed or admitted that they had side chicks or cheated on their wife or significant other, most guys that have confessed this to me is because they're not getting it at home. I know it's probably going to be, I already know it's going to be people in the comments and their feelings about this. They're going to sit over here and say, no, Jerome, you're wrong. I said from my experience. So this isn't a right or wrong conversation. I'm just telling you from my experience. Most men that have admitted that they do this is because they're not getting it from their significant other at home. I'm not saying it's all men. I'm not saying it's some men. I'm just telling you my experience. So don't go in the comments over here come in here with the need to be right. Don't do that. Let's keep it moving.
He basically just said he was moving out. He couldn't take it anymore. Like he couldn't be in the relationship anymore.
Sorry, that threw me off.
Right.
Oh shit.
So when she got home from work, all his shit was gone. And she hadn't heard from him. She was texting him and he was blocking her. And then he would unblock her, say, okay, maybe we can talk, but then he would block her again. And that was their relationship. She's like, but everything was fine. I didn't notice anything was wrong.
Did she not notice or did she not care to notice?
That's the thing. So then when I saw that meme about women don't know that you're unhappy until it affects them, I'm like, oh shit. I had to reflect and see if that's true. Do women care about their man's happiness that much as long as their man is making them happy?
Realistically speaking, you can tell that your partner is unhappy. Like if you guys are doing stuff and they don't want to participate in the things that you're doing, like they start to be standoffish, that you have to be really selfish to not notice that in another person. That's your partner. And especially someone that you're living with, like we're sharing a home. You telling me that one day you didn't black on him for not doing the dishes and he didn't give you a look?
And you want to know why that woman never noticed that he was unhappy? Because she didn't care as long as she was happy. Happy wife, happy life, right? That's the motto that y'all want to live by. And more often than not, this is the end result. Where the man pretty much is miserable all for the sake of you being happy. And like, as a matter of fact, I think we can argue that's another reason why women are so upset about the Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens situation. But I've already covered that a couple times, man. I might have to cover it a third time because women are like women are really, really, really pissed off about that shit. I didn't think it would be that bad, but it is. On to the next video.
Find dudes that's about marriage. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you why you're not going to find women. You're not going to find dudes that are about marriage. You know why you're not going to find it? Because men are not really interested in marriage. What they're interested in is you. And because it's you, they're willing to get married. You want to get married just to say you're married? You want to get married so you can have somebody home? If you have any kind of confidence in yourself as a man, it's not about marriage. It's about her. And because it's her, you're willing to say, I want you for the rest of my life. I can't even imagine being with anyone but you. When I think about who I want to sleep next to, who I want to wake up next to, who I want to cook for me, who I want to cook for, who I want to take out to the movies, who I want to take out to dinner, who I want to go on vacation with, who I don't mind opening my checkbook to take care of and to look out for and to cover and vice versa. Sweetheart, you the one. It ain't about living with you. It's about the fact that I can't live without you. That's a guy. Are y'all that way? Ebony? Are y'all that way? I'm talking to women, not to you specifically. I'm just speaking to women. That's the question that you have to ask yourself.
They're not.
See, when men can be or come across as a bit chauvinistic, never an excuse to be misogynistic, but to be chauvinistic, meaning I want a woman to play this role or that role in my life. When you are a woman and you are dating a man, understand that the things that you may capitulate to, you're not capitulating to it for a man. You're capitulating to it for your man, the man you love, the man you trust, the man you want, the man you crave. That guy is the guy you're making adjustments and modifications and alterations for, dare I say. That is what y'all have to get. And when you're getting that, when you understand that it's that person that you're making that exception for, that's not just anybody. That's why I'm challenging Ebony on what she's saying. Because if your mentality is to be married when you're young, because you think your cachet dwindles as you get older, the encouragement to get into that situation when you're young, that means you're after something other than him. And the second he suspects that, he wants nothing to do with you. Because men with our egos, we don't want you wanting us because of something. We want you wanting us because you want us. It's something about us. It's the crust of us that you can't get enough of. That's what we want. And when we suspect that it's something other than that, we gonna bounce. We looking for the next person.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Man, Stephen A. Smith just dropped some gems right there. But in short, basically what he's saying is that men want women that want the man for who he is and not what he provides. And what you're seeing nowadays is women are more focused on what a man provides and not the person that he is. And that's where a big disconnect from, and you're really starting to see that in the dating market. That's why more men are starting to come off quote unquote sassy, because they're asking what women are bringing to the table and having boundaries and standards, because women have raised their standards and their requirements and their preferences. So now you have a little bit of a tug of war going on, but at the end of the day, it does seem like men still value marriage more so than women, because at the end of the day, men don't marry women for what they provide. Typically, men marry women because of the person. You know, is she a nice person? You know, does she have this? Does she have these does she have nurturing qualities that are good for raising children? Shit like that. Like, when men tend to pay more attention to the intangibles when it comes to women, because honestly, women, the intangibles are more valuable when it comes to women more so than men, because at the end of the day, men are valued for the tangibles, but men want to be respected, and it's kind of hard to show that respect when all you care about is what a man is doing for you or buying for you. So that's what he meant when he said, you know, the man itself versus the things that man is giving you. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this, man. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that bell notification. That way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. As well as my latest mixtape, Neo Trap Volume 2. And if you want to purchase any other merch, spreadshot.com. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.